pussycat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch me, pussycat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. Yes, I do. You and your pussycat knows.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Kat here.
Still chunky.
What day is it?
Today is May Day, or not May Day.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo.
Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
One of those.
May 5th.
It's May 5th. It is currently almost 9 in the morning. It's like 9:50 or 8:57.
Look who we had come see us.
Nomadic hippies here. He come over and say good morning. We're going to be doing checking some things out here in Metropolis with him today. He has a cat too.
A black cat.
He's also on YouTube.
Nomadic hippie.
So we're going to be checking some things out. Let's just get this day started and we'll go from there.
Excited.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
I've got our solar laid out here in the parking lot, which is funny. Since our converter doesn't charge the house batteries and we've been here a day and a half already, I need to make sure that the fridge can stay going. So I went ahead and hooked up our solar, and we're already up to, looks like 14.1, and it's only been on for a couple hours, so very happy about that. It's going to be a nice sunshiny day. We finally made it down to the Riverview mansion to check it out. It is absolutely gorgeous.
An old riverboat captain that goes haunts the place, and they have a memorial to him in that top window, but you can't see him.
Oh, so you say the ghost's name is Bob.
That one, there's been over 300 bodies down there in the basement. That's the morgue and the bleeding room.
Oh.
Sea bass is not on the menu anymore. They have salmon now.
Oh, but it was delicious. It looked good.
Oh man, we probably need
In lights and aromatherapy and in a shower, and you just sit there and you don't have to move. I don't even run the bottles, I just sit. And I'm getting it Ricky in here before he goes for his bath.
Yeah, just to get in and soak up to your chin. Wow.
And then it came with a remote control toilet.
A remote control toilet.
A remote control movie.
Oh, yeah.
And just sit and do nothing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's us, records for when we were a hospital.
Oh, that's right, Rick just said that.
You see my baby lemons, I'm only have 5 or 6, but I'll have lemons. It just likes it there, it's happy, that's where it's gonna live.
Yeah, I like these front windows like that.
Yeah,
What do you
this
think?
is where our Christmas tree goes, of course.
Ooh.
We have one in here, and then we have one in the dining room generally.
How old is this house?
It was finished in 1889.
Oh,
And Herb Alpert is my cousin, like Herb Alpert and Tijuana, Nebraska. And if you look on here, right there, he's actually signed the boots.
Oh, that's cool.
It's hard to see because he used black marker. I always have to get the light just right. So they sit up here and everyone orders why we have this old Victorian house done boots, because you can. Now the artwork that you see around the house is by an artist by the name of Bev Doolittle. So you see the mountain in the background and the river and the Indian girl. Do you see the flute player?
See birds.
Okay. Here's his hand. Here's the flute.
Okay, yeah.
And then you see the Indian. playing the flute.
That is pretty clever.
She does camouflage art, and there's always a picture inside of a picture. Back in 1889, and you can see where they've had to piece things together to where you can do a whole run, or
Make a curve and stuff.
yeah,
This would be fun as a kid.
yeah, until you hit the finial at the bottom, and it's like whoa. Now this one is one of hers about Doolittle also. Little more difficult, but this is called, I don't remember the name of this one, but there's like a gabillion animals in here. So the first one I would see is the ram's head, and then there's a bear down here, and there's a lamb or a wolf or a sheep there, and there's a butterfly here and a butterfly here, and of course the eagle.
Oh yeah.
And they actually sent a map with this one. And there's antlers too.
Oh yeah.
You can tell there's something right there, but it's filled with animals.
That's neat.
Yeah. So then, so this has the biggest bathroom, like gabillion pound clawfoot. The maid's been on vacation.
Nice breeze up here.
Yes. Always a nice breeze in this room. And when the sun goes down, this room just glows. This to me is very relaxing. I have weighted blankets in all the rooms, so you want to snuggle.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried those
I had to be a nurse, so I could explain it
to other people?
to the patients.
I love my weighted blanket.
Because I have to be able to explain the feeling, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like a hug. It's not a threatening feeling, and yeah. This is so cool.
So the writing desk is from 1810. The sleigh bed is 1920.
The old fireplaces.
Here, let me get you some light.
The sleigh beds are toe killers, right?
Yeah, and truthfully, if a guest comes in and they're over 5'8", if they're taller than I am, I'll move them out of this room because they'll fight that footboard all night long. Now I can sleep comfortably in there, but William can't. William's 6 foot something, so he's like, not happening. In this room we actually didn't have, and that's an original Tiffany. It's not one of the fakey ones.
Yeah, my dad taught me how to do some stained glass. That was pretty cool.
I've done it too much. I can do it, but
I don't like the sound
It's-
of the breaking glass though and cutting glass. That
Yeah.
gives me the willies, but
I don't mind that. It's just
putting it
time
together,
consuming.
putting it together like
If I
a
have the time, just sit and do it. But I got too many other things going on. And Sweet Dreams, this was the children's ward when we were a hospital. I was drying quilts.
When was the last time it was a hospital?
1950s? Ish?
So I take it there's a hospital close by then?
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, this was the premier hospital for the 5-state area. This was the trauma center, the only place you could go to get care. Now, my favorite part of this room is the chandelier in the bathroom.
There's a chandelier in the
Every bathroom has a chandelier. But this one I just think is really cool.
breezy, bright room.
Yep, they all if you want to wake up early in the morning, if you're an early riser, this is the room you want to be in, because it gets the morning sunshine and the best breeze. And you can, even if you're careful, crawl right out on the roof. This is the sloped roof, the one if I'm crawling. Guess what her favorite color was? Burgundy. This room had burgundy head to toe.
It's a warm one.
Yeah, this room is very warm because I don't have the windows open.
Well, I mean, it's just got a warm, the color.
Yeah.
Warm.
And go take a picture of the messy bed. So we did the same thing here. We lowered the ceiling color down and added crown molding. This piece of furniture, I got it at an estate auction here. It was in a National Geographic special about the early 1800s.
Oh, wow.
The rest of the stuff we brought with us. We brought a great big old truck.
But this was a bear getting up the stairs too.
Yeah. I had young, strong helper people.
I'm not a smoker, but I can't see where somebody would do that.
And all the comforters and the quilts and
Well, it just saps it right in.
that you can't just do part of it. It ends up taking me all day. Well, it usually takes me about 3 days. By the time I steam the carpet, steam or just take everything off and wash it, iron it, get it back up. That's 2 or 3 days. And then I've got hanging quilts, and I've got to steam the chairs and the mattresses and the linens and the lace and the,
So disrespectful.
yeah. And the Victrola does work. And back in the day, the reason you had house staff was because they would crank it up. You'd have to have somebody, A, to start the machine. Let's take the brake off. All right, brake's off. And then you you adjust the volume here.
Swanee River?
Yeah. Now, we don't play this one very often because last time we played it, the river came right up. We're flooded right up to where the flagpole is out front. So it wasn't the Swanee River, it was the Ohio River. But what's cool about the records back then was that, see how it just has a number on it? That's how they didn't go by title, they went by number. And then on the back, there was nothing, but there's the where it was recorded, who recorded it, the date it was recorded, the date the record was made, and feel the weight of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the date on this one is February 1st, 1908, this record was made.
Wow.
And it still plays.
Oh,
Feel it's like the biggest feathered pillow.
oh.
You want to sleep good and be cozy
And warm?
and warm. The only problem is every time you make the bed, you gotta fluff the feather bed. So they tend to be a lot of work. But that's why there's a dip in the middle, because that's where they nestle
Everybody
in.
gets in and nestles in.
Yeah. So the only difference with this room between the other rooms is that the jacuzzi's in the bathroom.
So you
And
get-
this one actually sleeps the most people because you can put 2 in that bed, and then there's the day bed, and there's a trundle underneath, so you can fit
Oh, okay.
extra people there. Now this bed came over on its own stagecoach. It's from 1812. And it's remarkable because you've got the 6-foot headboard, the footboard, the matching dresser, and I've got the high dresser also that matches it, and a mirror.
Oh, wow.
And the lady that had it, she said it was her great whatever grandparents, and she didn't want that little piece of crap bed. I volunteered to take it off her hands. I couldn't pay her fast enough. I didn't want her to know I was excited to have it.
Yeah, no, you gotta act like,
And-
oh, well, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, and when we brought it here, we were actually gonna put it downstairs, but everything kind of meandered and found its own space, and it fits so well in here.
Yeah, because especially between the doors.
Yeah, they had a queen bed in here, but it overlapped, so you had trouble. I mean, with the molding you didn't, but this one just fit. Now, if you look up at the ceiling, when we first got here, there's a pinker color in the tray ceiling in the bathroom. That's what color they painted the bathroom. So this is our little mansion.
Beautiful.
And the transoms on the door are original with the etching on it.
What are those called? I never knew what they were called.
Transoms. Picture, you see a picture of the lady.
Yeah.
But if you go up close, it's not a picture of the lady. It's actually 18 small pictures that make up
That's
her
what's very
face.
starting MTV. It's great.
So you don't see the girl on her lip, or the bear in her chin, or the rabbit in her ears, and the owls by her eyes, and the
No,
you don't see all the little stuff. You see the picture, so it's camouflage in reverse.
They took that money.
So each little picture, each
Yeah, from a distance, all you can see
is her.
TV. So
see this path.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Five, big things. So the insurance said, well, sure, go get yourself a new fountain. And I said, well, I don't think a little 5-foot thing. So we put in this great big huge fountain. They said, well, you need a concrete donut for it to sit on. And I said, I'm not pulling weeds for a foot of. I said, come up and run.
Do you have to take them out during
No,
the winter?
they live in the garden, kids.
Do you have a bad frosty winter here?
No.
Hope you all liked the footage of the Riverview mansion here in Metropolis as well. It was amazing. The architecture is absolutely phenomenal.
The history behind it, it used to be a hospital. I'll have some footage on it as well where Miss Lori Mansion, aka Mansion Mom, was explaining, has worked really hard on the place, and she gave us a tour and she was explaining the different artwork and the antiques in the place, and she's done a really amazing job with the place, and she has a really nice place there.
We
You guys should
absolutely
check
love it
out.
there. It's Mansion Mom's such a sweetheart, and
Yeah, she's amazing.
we'll
New family.
We'll definitely be back to see her.
Yes, we will.
But we hope you all enjoyed. As always, you just never know what's going to happen next, and this journey we hit the road again tomorrow. So see what happens next. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.
Hugs from Metropolis.